I didn't do the pre-patch.
If this is the bathtub boss, I'll probably play Feed the Flames, but I'll probably play Shattering Star. I want to try that.
Like, what do you mean it's weird that there's Drac there? No, they're right here. And it was just like, wait, what? Where did these people come from?
Okay, we're getting in.
There's like no context. It was like starting watching a movie like half an hour in.
And I'm hilariously, I'm looking at Shadow chat right now, and Ellipsis just said the opposite. He's like, for Shadow, because Shadow has a 4% always haste. And he's like, I'd like something more impactful, less frequent. Which is funny. So there's clearly a sweet spot.
No, it's 2 beams.
Alright, so we're going to go with this. We're going to go Shattering Star.
Yeah, exactly. It's literally
and
beam. I'm trying to remember if it's 1 beam
we don't need Charge Blast.
Two before swap. At least that was what you did on Heroic.
This.
Yeah,
we don't need stun. We don't need any of this stuff. This is the build.
Everybody wants to drop their spikes. Yeah, 2 beam zone. Everybody wants to drop their spikes like in a line. Like everybody line up between me and yellow marker.
Yeah. So the Mythic mechanic, I'm unsure how it's gonna work, if it targets everyone in the raid or if it targets players hit by the rubble, but I'm gonna assume it targets everyone in the raid. So what we're gonna do on pull is we stack up near orange. When we spawn the spikes, we move to the left, like we did on Heroic for you guys who were here. And then we bait the rubble. And when we get the rubble, everyone has to spread for the Mythic mechanic. And then we take it from there. And the big circle, whoever gets that runs into melee with it, and we split the damage in melee. So just be around orange, and if you range, and if you get a little circle around you and an arrow, I think, above your head, then you just try and line up or be near orange. Then everyone else moves.
There's also some explosive mechanic from Fractured Rubble, which is from Shattering Impact.
I mean, we don't have to lost on pull if it causes lag. Let's go and let's see what happens. Just focus on mechanics. Like, there's nothing to DPS or nothing of value to DPS, so just check the mechanics.
Alright, there's nothing of value to DPS, means I'm going to Dragon Rage, level 1 Fire Breath, Living Flame, level 2 Eternity Surge, and then die immediately.
Move to purple.
Here's the beam. Move.
Too far away.
So now we need to blow up this next beam, this last spike with the other.
Oh, I'm using Shattering Star. I need to move Shattering Star back to my bars. And by bars, I mean like my fake weak aura.
Okay,
so I'm not using
got a
it.
tiny circle around them. Let's see what happens when it drops.
Alright, Tom.
No, right, you had to... Right, now I remember. You have to touch
hold on
one with the
shit,
debuff
1 second, I need to...
get rid of it. Okay. We can wipe up. No, I remember.
What do we do about this soaking thing?
The big one.
Sorry,
Yeah.
1 sec.
I'll get to that in a bit. I'm just wondering why the towers have that icon over them, or the spikes, but maybe it's just to showcase that they're...
Yeah, those spikes, they pulse damage until they explode and then pulse more damage.
Yeah, no, I know that part, but I don't remember them having a circle above them last time we tested.
They did last time, I remember, if I remember right.
Maybe I'm just oblivious. Anyways, can we get a gateway going from like orange to melee, and the big circle can run into melee with it? However, if the big circle spawns in range, like it's done a couple of times, like we're dead on range with the big circle, just stay in range, otherwise run into melee with it. And then we bait the spikes on orange, then we move towards purple to do the rubble, because we don't want the rubble near orange. After the rubble, you're gonna get a tiny circle around you, and you need to run into another player with the same circle. So 2 players needs to cuddle to get rid of it. We just can't all stack up. So a bit like Android marks, but less dangerous. So it's gonna be like on Heroic. We bait spikes, we bait swirls a rubble away from them. We deal with the tiny circle we get around, and then we go back to baiting spikes in the old location.
Alrighty, here we go. Oh, I still didn't do the... whatever. Nope. Dragon Rage. Let me play Mark 1. That's the thing.
Yeah,
And
this
I'm
one
gonna
can stay in
go
range. Small
2.
circles get back. And then we move towards purple. Move towards purple. Okay, wait for the rubble, then spread a little bit, and then find a body to hug with.
Don't be in the tank.
Oh, and they spawn a rubble as well with spikes. Right, right.
Yeah,
Now,
nice.
back towards orange. We want to bait the spikes near orange again.
Try to
move
get them
near
as much in a line as you can.
Just can
You
stay
wanna
in
try to-
range, just stay in range. Good, now move.
That's not
move
bad. You should
towards
be able to get them all with one beam Nice. That's a ton
Yeah,
less
the
healing
problem
taken.
there is when I theorize, you have to have cooldowns ready for that, because we get so many stacks from it. So I think after this, you should only break max 4, and then 2.
Yeah, that's
Okay, spread, find a body. And then we're gonna get intermission soon before new spikes, I think. So just stack up in front of boss. Just be in front of boss.
I can roar.
Yeah, move to the left. And then we stack near the side of this AoE, like on moon. So we're gonna bait spikes on moon. Oh, we get one after this, okay. Yeah, find a body. Big one in melee.
Oh, I'm probably LOSing like crazy.
Yes, let's see.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, there we get free, and then you'd get free on the next one. So that's manageable to heal.
yeah, yeah. Makes sense.
Oh, I still have the dust on me, so... I see.
Oh, this one, because
Alright, please. Fire Breath. Flaming Flame. We'll
At least
go
you have
rank
some
1 to 30 surge
counterplay,
into thing.
Because you didn't have that on, what's it called? Hollanders.
Yeah.
We can just wipe up.
Okay. Wrap it up,
There,
wrap it up.
If you missed, you missed. You were fucked. But here, if you miss one, you could potentially do an extra on the next one, and then use a beam for the stragglers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so just the
wondering
thing I wanted to
if-
do was,
Like when we run into
Put
each
this
other
here.
with the small
That's all.
circles, we spawn a little spike. But does it?
I'm
do
very
any
bad
damage
with,
around
like,
this?
short rotational abilities.
An area of denial.
And remembering to use them in specs I'm not
Yeah,
familiar with.
they
Which is,
get removed.
even though I've played a lot of
Yeah,
Evoker.
they
Right,
knock the
it's-
person up, which got the debuff, and leave the puddles.
This doesn't leave a puddle. It's literally just a
No.
spike coming out.
Yeah. I mean, it says Resident Aftermath, but not. No, I don't think it does anything. So, my question there is if you can just kind of stack and run as a group.
By the looks of things, it looks like that could be the case. Just gotta be like very quick about it, I think.
Yeah, but otherwise it's just run over people with the circle and just keep moving.
Yeah, it's just
'Cause
like
the only
20
danger.
Well, that's the
is
thing. Shadow doesn't have necessarily a lot of, like,
Yeah, it's just like 20
short rotationals these days.
That's it.
Um,
And then the spike that comes after.
like, Void Torrent was one, but I didn't really use it much
Is
of...
there anything else anyone wants
Shadowlands?
try? Okay, we
I
pulled
must
so we
get
can go.
closer.
Did we
Someone
pull?
Yeah, apparently. Stack up the small ones or line up the small ones. Go. Ooh, that hurts. And then we move away from boss. Deal with the surf, please. And then we run back towards orange after the beam, and then we bait new small ones near orange. Start moving towards orange in big circle. If you're in range, stay in range. If you melee, go melee. Range, stay in range. Makes the small
Where do
ones
I go?
really annoying to
I'm out of
play,
range.
And then we move towards purple to bait the rubblies.
Did we not mean to destroy any spikes there?
Yeah, no, we just missed it.
Just heal for it.
I am. It's gonna come here right here.
There you go.
Okay, and then we
Watch
can
the
go
meter.
stand
then I'm
in
dead.
front of boss or something. And
I think I was doing
get
okay, though.
thingy soon.
It was hitting some of the rotational points I wanted to
Why did I
hit,
get
so.
murdered there?
Maybe someone with a circle. Run! Then we
Yeah,
bait.
leaving 2 spikes up there is not terrible.
Ow.
Oh,
Forgot about that one. Forgot that we get troubles after this.
You can solo that if you need to.
Is this really all there is for the mythic mechanic?
Yeah.
That's
guess.
a
I mean,
bit.
he
I
is
mean, I
the
know it's
second
second boss, but I mean, this changes nothing.
That's why they're testing, right?
I hope they change it. I mean, sure, tuning might make it so you approach it differently, but not greatly, because you'll just spread, hug, stack. Could have used something more. So yeah, again, anyone have anything they wanna test that could be interesting? How bad was the pillar's damage to out heal now? Just AoE it does constantly, the ticking.
I don't think there's any reason to keep them up. Like, if we just do 3-3, I think it should be fine.
Yeah. I think we just need
Yeah.
to clean up all of the mechanics and where everybody's standing and everything, so we're not.
Yeah, like
overlapping
obviously
everything.
it's hard to hit 3 when we're not positioning them perfectly, but
Also, like, yeah, since it's a line, melee don't need to like run out. Just like line yourself
Yeah.
up with the stack.
Again.
Alrighty, here we go.
I was thinking we could try how many we can out heal on Mythic. Let's remove a bit.
Too far away.
Oh, shit. Bad keybind, bad keybind.
Watch the circles, wait for the beam, then we move back towards orange. And then we bait next
I
near
must
orange.
get
Melee can
closer.
still be in melee, just line up with orange.
you cannot do that. You kill everyone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you immune, then everyone just takes full damage except you.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, smart, smart Blizzard. They know.
So, like,
do
it's just
multiple
split.
ones?
It's just split damage. Like, the more people you have in, the less the whole range.
Alright, let's see.
Ah.
Galva says, when you're playing, do you have the impression of playing a more DH-like super mobile character, you more like a regular caster with a tiny bit more
Would it be
mobility?
better if
So-
range adjusts to where melee is?
Big stretch.
in
It's
relation
it's interesting. So compared to my Shadow Priest,
I
it's
don't
night and day.
Think
Right.
it matters
But
greatly.
if you're
Right
coming
now,
from
just
a
doing orange
mage,
market
let's
is
say,
easier
it's
for
probably not
testing
going to feel
purposes.
crazy, amazing, like, you know, nuts, right? So compared to a priest, you have so much more mobility. Just being able to push a button and be like, all right, I'm casting while moving now, it's time,
Yeah,
right?
'cause, like,
Is so
I'm trying
good.
to see, I haven't, like, quite
And
figured it out yet, but it looks
it's
like
basically
it's 4 range to get marked.
I because
So
I'm
two
coming
range
from
go behind
that, I
melee and
get,
two
like, I
range
understand the whole
there's your
range
2 lines.
constraint.
Yeah,
I
what's
understand
gonna
what they're
happen
going
with
for.
live is they're gonna put numbers on people's head, and you'll
Because
have
yeah, you
more,
absolutely,
like,
you
you'll have
know,
6,
you throw on hover and
numbers
you just
put on
start
there.
flying around spamming disintegrates, and you're like, I'm doing my maximum DPS right now by like just running around like a maniac,
Probably, if it ends
and that's
up
cool. I like that.
being that much.
But again,
But
coming
for now,
from
just put
a character
mark
with
in
very
melee
limited
secure.
on-demand mobility, where you just kind of have to
Near
be stutter
cross if you're
stepping.
melee for
for the
first
majority
two
of the
sets
fight.
spikes, and then after
For
that,
that
it's
to make
probably
sense.
gonna be around
So,
square.
I wouldn't
And
say
I
it's
will not
regular
be
caster with
playing
tiny bit more
the
mobility. I
hero
would
player
say
was
it's
not
one
again.
of the most
I
mobile
missed that.
casters
So
for
it was
sure,
on
no
Mythic,
question.
you can't do it. On Warcraft,
It's
you
just
can.
again like when we're here, we're like stack on circle marker.
Fast.
Oops, I can't hit the boss, right? I can't hit the boss from here, so I actually need to be like
Kill
here.
boss.
This is stacking on circle for me. So let's go with this. Level 1 Fire Breath. Throw out a Living Flame. I'll do the rank 2 Eternity Search into Shattering Star, but it hits in the other order because we're bosses. Sorry, that one. Don't mind me.
Move to base.
Okay, I don't know why. I should have had a burnout there.
And then we go
Oh, I
back
missed
to
one.
base.
I have 2
together.
burnout stacks. I don't know, whatever.
Watch the circles.
Taunt when you can.
Too far away.
Big in melee. Small ones line up. Really good. That's gonna be enough. Ouch.
I think we just need
Oh,
more
there
of
wasn't
that.
enough. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we for sure should just have a stack location.
I want to try and get it just between the 2 groups.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That you just do it in between, and then you have the small circle stepping just outside of it. So we'll do that. That makes sense. I've been sitting on my foot for like an hour. It is not feeling well. I mean, this is the best part of my ADHD brain. I've read this dungeon journal like a million times, but shit just doesn't sink in until I experience it. Like, oh, this kills you. Oh, okay, that's how it works. I know it said it's gonna kill me.
Right?
Yeah, definitely need people soaking that. Myself included. And no real reason not to either.
So for now, we just do big circle on like green. We can put it a little bit forward.
Yeah, Galvez says,
try and
because when
cover
I was
melee
trying this
with
spec
it,
and watching you play,
and range just
gameplay-wise,
moves
it
into
kind of
green
feels
whenever
natural,
there's a
or at
big
least kind of
circle,
feels like a mobile
and then
DPS turret.
anyone with the small circle has
Your
to go
your
to
main
orange
spender
behind
is a
the
channel, and your main
circle.
filler is a cast. Of course, it feels like a turret. Absolutely, you've nailed it. You understand exactly what this spec is.
Everyone is ready.
It's a turret in the traditional sense, except sometimes you could just slide the turret around, right? And so what that means is, hey, you better be using your movement really well to make that make sense. So.
Okay, green with the big circle.
What the fuck?
Small
Sorry.
ones behind. Everyone in the big circle. And then we move purple for baits.
I think I like lost target on the boss, and then I forgot what my name was.
Okay. Watch the rubble, clear your circles, then back towards orange.
Taunt.
Okay, big circle towards green now when we get it. Small circles in the back. Unless you're melee, just line it up. Use the defensive here.
You get rally.
And then move to the left for some baits. Although it doesn't matter greatly for this bait. we can clear this, and then we run to cross to bait the intermission slam. Clear your circles, then move to cross. Or near cross. And you roar Brock if you have it.
I'm on the
Use this
floor.
slam. Oh, floor pop. Then we got windy rushes. Move out. And then we have yeah, we have moon mark for spikes. That one could just stay where it is, the big one. Ooh, I dropped the spike like a dum-dum. Can wipe it up.
When he was casting his conal, did he remove all the ground effects from the floor?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, so during the slam there's no ground effects?
right. By the looks of it. It's just like, it's freedom to just run to the next like quadrant.
Correct.
Interesting.
Okay, and I think if we aimed it like we did now, where everyone stacked, or most people at least, in front of X, then we covered it perfectly so you could start on square and moon after.
You can move the stack point closer so that melee doesn't have to go as far to stand in the because that way they can still damage. For green.
I think that's gonna be more of a whoever has the circle, because some people played it way differently. If you have the big circle, try and cover melee with it, but some people are just gonna... you can go
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, so this fight on Mythic, pure single target, we will literally just play whatever sim is the best, and both should play fine. Feed the Flames, you push Fire Breath more often, and it kind of feels okay. And then the other build, you push Firestorm more often, and that's about it. That's the difference between the two builds. You push Firestorm more often because you have Firestorm.
Yell at him. So awkward.
Close enough.
But that was my point of moving the stacking point. Okay, we bait this, deal with the tiny circles, and then we run back to
Heat taunt.
big circle on green now, and try and cover melee with it. I have it, I'm gonna kill the raid. Okay, then we move to the side a bit. And then we deal with the rubbles, the tiny circles, and then we stack on cross.
No! I'm in the hole, guys!
Go cross.
Fuck!
It's so we bait the slam correctly, so do run to cross.
Shit!
And then wind rush when we get it. There we go.
No!
Almost perfect. Look, we can ish use the marks. Just be next to them. So big circle on skull. Get rid of your small circles now. Big circle skull. Rest of you line up near moon.
Oh, wifey, hey.
Okay. Between them.
Heading to bed, want to say hi, that's nice. Yeah, we're just doing some WoW raid testing, but thanks for coming out. Have a good night. Oh, guys, well, we flew into the hole. If you want to think of hover, of casting hover into the hole as peak gameplay, then yeah, that's what we're doing here. Yeah, we're a little bit. Oh no. Oh no, Steve is bad.
Well, there's not a lot in them. Ah, peep!
Want to buy Spree's POV. Spree's POV is tears and alcohol.
We've only heard priest that heal.
There's got to be like Shot has to be streaming Mythic, right? Looks like Pub probably stopped after heroic testing if he was streaming. Kind of looks like.
Heal.
I kind of want to I think they're gonna open up normal testing over the weekend, and I'm gonna probably try and do a little bit of Shadow for that if I can. But yeah, I'm just I'm having a blast on Evoker raid testing right now, and I don't think they know what they're doing with Shadow right now, so we'll see.
I think we should get more people in the swirl. I think that's what's killing most people.
I mean, for that matter, range really doesn't need to be that far away. We can stand near green and skull at all time and just have circles move out.
Do you think it's maybe worth like splitting the room, like even out the quarter of the rooms, even splitting them into like first half and second half? Because like we're putting all the spikes.
So serious
down,
question, is Evoker really a 4-button
on
rotation?
the first
Well, I have
half,
4 buttons on my screen, right?
But like we're not using the
4
second
buttons?
part of the quarter, if you know what I mean.
On a fight like this, Disintegrate is my main spender, Living Flame is my main filler. I have a Fire Breath that I push every 30 seconds. This has cooldown reduced, so it's more like 15-20. I have this that I push every 30 seconds. And I have this that I push every 15 seconds, and it like amplifies damage that I do in that window. So really, in a pure single target fight like this, where I'm not touching my cleave buttons, it's about a 5. It's basically a 5 core button rotation, where I have a cooldown, and then a bunch of other like utility buttons, and my deep breath, big cooldown where I fly over the sky and whatever. But yeah, on a like straightforward single target boss like this, you don't have that many buttons. On some of the cleave fights that we were doing, yeah, you bring in Azure Strike because that's your AoE cleave button, and you could use that on like 3 or more targets stacked. Pyre does a little bit more damage on like lots of cleave targets. Not very strong in single or even small cleave. And then there's this talent over here called Firestorm that drops a big AoE circle on the ground. But yeah, no, this is nothing compared to Shadow Priest. Shadow Priest might have twice as many buttons, like at least, for sure. Especially now, like looking at some of the setups here, where you know you are running like Mind Spike and Mind Flay, and using both, and you have Void Torrent in, and you're playing Mind Flay Insanity, and if you're playing Void Form, you have your Void Bolt in your rotation, and so on. Like there's a lot going on with Shadow that there's just not here. It just doesn't have that.
Closer to green, closer to boss when we pull.
So here we're gonna go Fire Breath,
and we just have the
Surge,
spikes move back.
Disintegrate, Disintegrate,
green, big circle to green.
Disintegrate.
Oh. And then we move to the side a bit.
Getting a little bit of lag. Shouldn't be too bad, but just a little bit.
They deal with this, then we move back towards green.
I am out of range.
Fix your circles, move back to green. Or closer to green. That's range as well. And then big circle on green, small circles. Let's go into the back. And get in this range as well. And then we just spread. Rip. We can just wipe it up and go good.
Okay, we're done. I see wifey emotes.
Just jump in the hole.
Well, we're dead, but I don't know. We're winning a little bit. I'm on the meters. I'm number 7.
I am going back to.
That means we're kind of winning.
Waiting for someone to make the recall that says far back, front, middle.
Exact. I don't even think you need a weak ore for it. It'll just be
kind of winning.
Bigwig's DBM style with markers on your head, and you just drop your markers where you want them to.
I see. I've
I'm
been
just gonna
posted in the
change,
household.
Swap characters,
I knew it.
So, Barlar, you get to be raid lead.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's fine.
You know, Wine, I need Wifey to come back so that I can catch her stream at hours that I'm actually awake.
Barlar with all the power.
Alrighty.
What are you switching to?
A shaman.
Ooh. Blue man good.
Ooh, blue.
Why did I even need on this chest? Doesn't it's not tier.
Loading screen.
Doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let's see if we have Barlar here. It's Stank Shami.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Shit, should have stood next to the teleport dude, but I didn't. Oh, I'm on my way. Ooh, summon, big. Okay, can you just ready check Barlar or throw it my way?
No, I'll give you lead. I don't have any fucking buttons on this to do ready check. I mean, I could slash ready check, but that's just what am I, a peasant?
This is true.
Excellent.
Assuming Evoker needs a little more damage tuning to pump a little bit harder in single target, I think so. I don't think they're terrible, but they're not able to touch the overtune specs. Like, even they can't come close, really.
Thank you. Bye. I got beamed in the face, but I have a defensive.
I genuinely couldn't even see where the spike was to aim that beam.
Not playing super clean there. I really wanted to,
That one's supposed to go to green. Man, I can't see anything when I play melee. So
okay.
worse.
This is awkward. I mean, I did call it. I said this is awkward. Alright, let's get out our Fire Breath here, and then Shattering Star I'm going to use with Eternity Surge when it's up here.
We get another
so I'm going to go Eternity Surge quickly into Shattering Star. And the reason I'm doing that, I'm not going to say the E word, cough cough exploit, but there is a cool little interaction that you can do to basically clip the end of your Empower global cooldown. Completely unclear if this is intended or not. It's probably not, given that there wouldn't be a global cooldown if you weren't, if you were supposed to be able to clip it. But I am, what I'm doing is I'm clipping the end of my Eternity Surge, or I'm basically casting the Eternity Surge and then very quickly queuing up the Shattering Star. And what happens is that actually makes the Shattering Star queue up. I'm just dead. It makes the Shattering Star queue up and hit the boss before the Eternity Surge does, and that actually buffs the Eternity Surge. So that's kind of a cool little technology thing. They're definitely going to almost certainly change that. But right now, what that looks like is, again, I'll cast Eternity Surge, I'll cast it just to rank 1, single target, and then immediately queue up Shattering Star. Immediately queue it up. And then as long as it's in that same tick, it lands first, because they're both projectiles, right? Or Shattering Star. Actually, I don't know if Shattering Star is a projectile, but Eternity Surge is definitely a projectile. So it's a timing thing. What Darkmoon deck? I don't know. I've seen people use the fire one. I don't know what the best one is, man. And regrettably, I mean, I didn't max Inscription. I hear you can just push, you could buy a thing to just max this now, so maybe I'll check them out later.
I don't think that'll ever be the case, but...
I think that's just gonna make it a lot harder because we can't use any cooldowns properly then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have like a log that I could show you, but oh, what I can't show you though is the way I've set this up right now is I've actually I put Eternity Surge at Shattering Star on a macro, and that's how I'm pushing Shattering Star, and that just makes it really easy for me because what I can do, if you pretend that Fire Breath is Eternity Surge, I can start casting my Eternity Surge, and then when it's here, I just push my Shattering Star macro, and that's going to end my Eternity Surge cast and shoot the Shattering Star. And then the Shattering Star will land first, and it buffs the Eternity Surge. It's very cool.
Just aim your beam wherever. Cool. Preferably not into the range.
Yeah, so don't necessarily mind that I'm like not. So I'm not like Gigabis player, but if I were to compare roughly how I think I'm playing, yeah, I could probably be top of the tuned classes. I think Hunter is ridiculous right now. I even think Enhancement's probably overperforming a little bit. It might be okay. We'll see.
Sad they got rid of Warrior Grip. It was terrible being attached to Heroic Leap, but it was good to have it. Yeah, that's 30k nature damage every 2 seconds.
Yeah, but just heal forehead.
But when we break the, because they're all gonna get broken when we do the next,
we can aim it somewhere else.
True, we'll have to, or else.
Yeah, we'll have to go to the back. Like we can just continue walking to the left for the next pillar spawn.
Yeah.
And then we just do a full 180. Stacking this. And then we just move to the side, like
come all the way to the other side, all the way to the other side. Like come to where Barler is jumping.
The dungeon.
To his butt, go to boss butt. The booty.
Keep going all the way. Oh, Q2.
Okay, we should get it soon.
Yeah.
I think the damage is bugged, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, let's stand next to the old ones and put the new spikes there on cross. Ow. Oh, it was the rock blast that killed me. But
okay, my cooldowns are a little desynced right now, but I definitely want.
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to tick for 90k, but
I can go for it.
it's working as intended. Or is it my brilliant mastermind who thought of this strat when nobody else would?
Okay, good. I got the Dragon Rage extension. That's what I wanted.
Okay, now we need to go to the far side, all the way.
Oh, I missed this Dragon Rage extension though. That's not good.
All of those.
That's okay.
And see how much it takes.
Okay, yeah, sure. Give her. Oh,
I think we're dead.
Oh,
if that happens.
I meant with the intermission smash, because it will break all of them.
Yeah,
break all of them. So if you're in between all of these pillars, it should be fine.
Yeah, we don't have any cooldowns for this. Good luck.
Yeah, I think cooldowns would have saved us.
Cooldowns are a crutch.
There you go, yellow, stack on yellow.
Right guys, and plus is out in 50 minutes.
Oh no,
no kidding.
I have shit to do.
No, there is.
Why do they hate me?
Why don't they just release it throughout the day?
Right. You didn't heal that Volk?
I mean, I lived.
Ah.
I later died, but
While development for Dragonflight Mythic Plus testing is ongoing, we want to give players a look at our progress and are planning a limited Mythic Plus test this weekend. It's going to begin
Can we destroy them
in
again?
15 minutes and end on Monday. And we're going to be able to test 2 dungeons, along with the seasonal affix. Fuck.
1, 2 pulls left.
Let's just try to do a really clean.
When am I going to test Shadow?
Yeah. Although now I play
How am
melee,
I
so
supposed
my
to
brain
play
is all
Shadow
fried,
if
so
M
someone
Plus
might have to
testing is on the
call,
weekend and there's no way I'm going to play Shadow in Keys?
Stack.
Oh no, guys.
I like melee brain. And as soon as I started playing Enhancement, I was like,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
not paying attention to anything else. Stormstrike is shining up.
What are we gonna do?
Yoon, you ready?
Yeah, just getting mana back because this feast sucks.
It's good because Evoker cooldowns don't reset in between combat, so you gave me more
But
time.
you can use the feast
Yours don't?
during combat.
Oh, that's big.
But it's
Yeah,
always
mine
stuff
will
with stuff.
rewind mostly.
I thought they flagged that to work on my reset.
They
Or-
did. It
Oh,
still
boss
doesn't.
builds. Okay.
Do you spread for these?
So the one thing I don't like is when Fire Breath and Shattering Star come up cooldown for the first time there.
And then we bait
I-
new ones near the old spawn location, so big circle go to green. To green with this. We move a bit to the side. These a bit. And then we go to red.
I heard you guys like Disintegrate. Ah, there we go. That's push the Living Flame.
And then big
So
circle
many
near skull. Get rid of your small circle, and then big circle goes to skull. Small circles to the back. And we spread a bit. Deal with the rubble. Big circle skull.
Drink more at this time.
Ow. Yep.
These
It's
puddles,
whenever we
like,
don't
the
get this
puddles
soap.
don't hurt that much. Like, you can run through them for a sec to get to
Dej.
where
What
you
was
need
the post
to go.
about M Plus testing?
go
It's
wipe up
there's a blue
the
post. I can link in chat. I can link in the chat. Here you go. You play with Everburning? I'm playing with Feed the Flames right now. I don't know which one's best. I'm trying both. Before the Fire Breath change, Everburning Flame was definitely the play, 100%. After the Fire Breath change, I think it's a little less clear cut. Not super obvious to me which one's better. Feed the Flames feels fun mostly, because ripping extra rank 1 what's it called, flame breaths is not, or fire breaths is not that big of a deal, but yeah. I'm gonna have to figure out who I can do M+ with. I wonder if Broccoli's and Volk are in an M+ mood.
Get a thing called love.
Oh, I'm sure my guild probably has a whole bunch of people that want to do that.
Spread a bit.
Oops.
The same thing, big circle to green. You can run through shit to get there. And we deal with the rubble, and after rubble, we stack on cross.
Nice, that was smooth.
I kind of canceled the disintegrate there. That wasn't very good. Not very skilled. Fuck! Oh, we're good, we're good.
Oh,
We're
I
good.
took that too soon.
Stack cross.
I don't know why my hover launched me forward there. I definitely wasn't holding W,
I'm
but
just gonna eat another one.
game did not agree.
I'll pop wall. It'll be fine. I'll eat the first one of this just to reset this cycle.
Fix the rubble. Remember, we spawn rubble after this, so fix that. Your circles, and then big circle goes skull or near. Stack in it.
Alright, now you can done. Good to know I can survive it with wall. 4 stacks.
I cannot drink more at this time.
Deal with this. And then near skull with the big one.
Personal
Near
self
skull.
spots, health
Everyone in it.
Res bar, please.
Everyone in this. And defensives, all that good stuff. Use anything you have to live this.
I'm dead.
I mean, I think we could
That's okay.
pretty much call it here, unless there's any.
Does Voker look like it's going to be dope for M+?
One more.
For the last
It
minute.
do. I think so. Not that it's going to be like crazy. Like I don't necessarily see anything in here that tells me this thing is like going to be stacked like crazy for M+. The new Fire Breath change actually gives them a lot of burst potential. Like
No.
you can burst pretty hard on a lot of stacked enemies all at one time. And it's the kind of burst where it's a lot of burst over a couple of globals kind of thing. Like it's not your like 10-second burst, it's not your 20-second burst. It's like you throw out a max rank Fire Breath, or a 20 charge blast stack Dragon Rage, or your max Eternity Surge. You throw all 3 of those out, you do so much stack damage and just in like 3 buttons basically, right? It's wild. But then after that you're kind of like, what do I push? Pyre? So, but the thing is that they have a ton of just very straightforward, normal utility for dungeons that's useful, right? You have Bloodlust. You have your like little defensive stuff like Zephyr and like Twin Guardian, Time Spiral, all this stuff to just kind of like sort of help your group. You have your stun on Deep Breath. You have the you have a 20-second kick, which isn't bad for a caster. It's better than Shadow Priest anyway. A Pressing Roar is nice because that helps for CC, but overall that removes enrages is really cool for Raging Week. You have this Shield Hate button. I'm trying to think. friggin' this thing, Cauterizing Flame,
Yeah.
is very nice for a lot of dungeons here. There are a lot of dungeons where Cauterizing Flame just works really nicely. And it's basically, a lot of classes bring... Well, what's the best, because it removes everything but magic, right? So it is some of the more niche stuff. A few classes bring, like, curse removal, let's say, right? But, the amount that bring a bleed removal... In fact, I couldn't tell you another class that removes bleed. I'm sure they exist, I just don't know what they are.
And then big one to green, or near green.
Put it closer to melee if you can.
I know why I'm doing that.
Yeah, melee, you need to back out and be in this. There you go, nice.
Not good.
You can still melee all the way back to the edge of the circle by green. Like, his hitbox is pretty big.
Yeah, after this we stack on cross. Don't stand in the tanking.
Do we have a res for either one of them?
Don't know.
Probably Mel.
Yeah, we have.
Spread, deal with rubble. And then big circle skull, everyone be in it. Just line up the awakener. And then we spread, deal with rubble.
We definitely need to have a...
Alright.
We can't go from that
Let's read back chat.
circle into all six.
Man, I haven't M+ with broccoli since
Yeah.
Legion.
Or
I'm
at
sure
least
it's the
not
same
without
one.
like
Who else is called
legacy.
Broccolis?
No, I think you have.
It's gotta be the one and only, right? Used to mess with her troll with her all the time in the M+ Discord. Yeah, probably. Are you technically coded as melee? No, this is a ranged class. It has to do ranged mechanics.
Soaks, like
Yep.
the
That's
to the
it.
right and left.
Yippers.
It could be something. I mean, in the end, they're gonna make a weaker and a boss mod for it.
Yeah.
That's just gonna give you a priority order and where they stand ish. But you're probably gonna do two groups where you have 2-3 in each group to break.
Yeah, it's a bit of an adventure for sure.
Yeah. How I saw the timing is that the soak would happen and then the pillars would spawn, like just like half a second off.
It might be. I'm not sure now.
It's very close together.
Gosh, I didn't
Like,
grab
you could
lunch
just
before raid
have-
testing,
you could have
and
them
now it's
within the circle
3.5
still,
hours
but
later.
I mean,
boy.
like that. Yeah, for sure you can do that. The biggest issue
have
with
to
the
figure out
small
dinner
ones
now
in
instead.
The big circle is seeing where the hell you are.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like people not having the pillars.
Twitter says I have
up and then looking very
13
tight.
notifications.
Yeah.
There's no way I have 13 notifications, do I?
It's 3 minutes left. I'll do a ready check if people want to do one more poll.
I have 1 notification. Thanks, Twitter.
I was thinking the best way to do it, or what the Weekora will do, is you drop your thing to the left of the circle or
Absolute
the right of it.
crazy
Like in it, but left or right, and then everyone else
website.
stacks in the middle.
Yeah,
Lying to
so
me.
And that
exactly.
auto
Let's
makes
have,
2 groups.
have everybody stack here, and then a couple people stack 1, 2, 3 on either side.
But just try for now, have everyone, when we get the big circle, everyone stand dead center on green.
I'm gonna
And
try
then spikes,
delaying
just
the
go to
Eternity
side
Search
of
thing
that.
just a tiny bit here. Just because I kind of want to stagger it just a little bit. I want to stagger the timings.
Same thing here. We go for green when we get the big stack, or the big circle. And everyone try and be in it. And spikes just be on the side. Okay, go green everyone, spikes to the side.
Okay, I heard something. Something happened. But I have to alt tab to see. But I bet it was cool. I bet something really cool just happened.
After this, we're gonna be on cross.
Might be dead. Shit. Oh no. Yeah, that was totally my fault. Jeez, not even close. For the beard follow, thank you. Much appreciated.
Spread, deal with rubble. Big circle to skull. Spikes to the side. And go.
There we go.
Now we're done.
We were so close.
One thing I did
Technically
notice.
felt a lot better.
One thing I did notice is not just the ground effect floor things in the pizza slice that's getting wiped out disappear when it does the pizza slice. So if anything, we want people going even further for the puddle dropping, like being further away from where we want to stack spikes.
You mean for the rubble and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, but you can for sure use some more space for it.
Yeah. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Thanks everyone for helping out with the testing.
I'm dead.
I think next testing is Thursday, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's both Thursday and Friday, and it's full Mythic on
There we go.
both. So spots might be weird. We'll see. But we'll just try and rotate it a bit.
Hopefully I don't have COVID brain still by then.
That'd be nice. And then yeah, Saturday or Sunday there, one of those days I'll do normal as well. But we'll see.
I will want to see if I can find some time to do normal testing on Shadow this weekend.
The whole guide thingy. But yeah, team for testing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yep.
See ya.
Thanks for organizing.
Thanks everybody. Alright. And then let me see if I've got to see if the guild is thinking about doing M+. I need food like big time. It's been 3 hours of good raid testing, streaming stufferinos. This is the time between content, I like to call, is where we are right now. And this is a good opportunity to say thank you everyone for checking out my stream. Ahem. Especially all of you who followed and all the good stuff, so thanks a lot. We've got a guide to Devastation Evoker. If you're coming from the Discord, you probably know about it. It's pretty long, pretty exciting, lots to learn, good stuff. Got a YouTube channel where I post lots of nonsense. I'm trying to do daily videos, gameplay, raid testing will go up there, rambling, all the good stuff. Hope you guys enjoy that. My Discord, the Coffee Cup Discord. I don't know what we're going to call it, but for now it just has my name on it. Good place to just come in, hang out, ask me questions. If you want to get my attention, especially, like, I don't have notifications turned off on that thing. So it's really easy to just, like, type something and I'll probably see it. Which is pretty fun. That's always good. I do need to set it up. It's a little bare bones right now, but all the good stuff, so. What else? The YouTube especially, by the way, guys, like, if you don't mind subscribing to the YouTube, I'm just trying to get the thing to 1,000 subs, so that I can get back on the partner track, because that's always fun, doing the YouTube partner thing, so that's the current goal there. The Twitch stuff, you got a Twitch Prime, have fun, sure, I'll take the coffee money, but if not really a big deal. So I am trying to see if anyone's trying to do M+, and then I also need to figure out some food. Are you guys, you guys are doing it, good. Let me know if you have any questions, about, you know, I don't know, what I thought about raid testing, all that stuff. Fro the Beard Prime sub, let's go. See, it always works. There's always someone with a Prime sub. Yo, thank you so much. Much appreciated.